I born in Maués, Amazon, Brazil, inside of the jungle. It's a really small town. Then when I was 7, my parents decided to take me to Japan, me and my brother. Was a huge impact in your lives, you know, because the culture here is very different. So the first thing that, you know, was hard for me was to speak Japanese and also like adapt myself, like eating the food here, because it's very different. So after a couple of years, I was able like to adapt myself. Then we was having like some difficulty times here, family difficulties. And then my brother decided to start Jiu-Jitsu, you know. On the beginning it was kind of like weird, you know. He told me there was like you know, hugging with other men, you know, it's kind of like weird. But he's went to a class, he took a class. And he was able like to train with a brown belt, like little one. He was really little. Then this brown belt like smashed him really bad. And after that, he decided like to start to doing jiu-jitsu, you know, because he was like, oh, this is like a good challenge for me. So he decided to do it. And after 1 year, he took me to that class too, you know, because he saw that I was kind of like, you know, quiet kid. I didn't talk a lot. It was really hard for me to make friends, you know, because like I said, on the beginning it was hard to adapt ourselves here in Japan. Then I started to do jiu-jitsu. On the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like a lot because it was really hard, you know, it was really hard, and I didn't have kids on our school. The first school that I trained, the name is Rocha Jiu-Jitsu. And my professor, Noriaki, he was a black belt judo and jiu-jitsu. So it was really good, you know, to be able to learn some takedowns and also, you know, the ground part too. So a couple years after, we had like more difficulties, like family part. Then my mom decided to go back to Brazil. And that time I was like 14 years old, you know. Then I had already like, you know, the Japanese culture inside already, because I was here from 7 to 14. I was kind of like shy, you know, when I got in Brazil. Then I remember that my professors from Japan, they used to tell me like, oh, people from Brazil, they're really good in jiu-jitsu. They're really good, they're really aggressive, you know, the level there is really different. So that was kind of like tough for me, you know, because that messed it up with my mind, my mindset. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back to Brazil, everybody gonna smash me, you know. But as soon as that I got there, you know, I felt that I was a little bit different, you know, because I was able to learn the Japanese way here. They focus a lot on technique, you know, on details. And in Brazil, they more like aggressive, you know. They go more like you know, using the heart, the mindset is strong. And here, there was like more technical, so I was able like to mix a little bit, you know, because I was able to stay in Brazil for 3 to 5 years. From my green belt to purple, I was living in Brazil with my brother and my mom. I did one move that I call samurai lock. So it's the one that I grab like on the outside of the hand, you know, and go for a kimura with one arm and plus the chokes. after that we moved to United States. I was the first time I was a blue belt, and on the beginning when we have like tourist visa, we can stay here just like for a couple months, you know, we cannot stay like for too long. So on the first 2 years, I was coming like for 3 months, then I was going back to Brazil. On the second time, I did the same thing. Third time, I did the same thing. Then on the fourth, I decided to stay. You know, I was a brown belt already, and before that, I was able to become like a world champion as a purple. So after that, I saw that I was able like, to get there, you know, on the highest level as a professional fighter. Then I moved to California in the beginning, and I used to train there with Professor Lucas Leite. He's a legend. Me and my brother was training with him. Then after 3 years I think, I decided to move to Dallas with my Professor Kaiser. Then he started like, to work with me a little bit more, you know, because on that time I had like a really bad back injury. So he was the one that took care of me. He gave me some like a PT sponsor, you know, gi sponsor. He was taking care of all my registrations for tournaments, place to stay, you know, because on the beginning, it's kind of like hard, you know, for the pro athletes, you know. Like I was a brown belt that time, so I didn't have like a lot of money, you know. Then he decided like to promote me to the black belt. Then I started like to, you know, compete on the highest level against like all the big names. On the finals, I closed with my teammate, my friend, Koshiro Hirata. He's really famous in Japan too, and we was able like, to close together. I'm really happy for that. On my first major tournament, also I had a chance to fight against Gianni Grippo on the super fight. You know, so after that, I was able like to get like a strong mindset. I'm not gonna lie, like before that I was kind of like, you know, slow on that, but now I'm feeling like really happy to be here again, you know, in Japan, the place that everything, you know, everything started. So that's it, guys. You know, if you have your dream, I think you just have like to give your best. You know, one thing that I always take with me is always I pray to God when I don't know what to do. You know, and He's given me the right way. You know, He's given me the right way. So the only reason that I'm here today is because Jiu-Jitsu and God. Okay, so thank you so much for everybody that follows me. You know, and that's it.